This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So good morning team in this Databricks Data Engineering Master Program. So in today's session, we will talk about deep dive into string data types in Python. Okay. So we will learn built-in data types in Python, how to access characters of a string. Okay. For example, Rama. So I want to access a RAM, only RAM, up to RAM, how to access it, or I want to access M, how to access M, like that, how to access characters of a string, we will see. Mathematical operators in Python. For example, you have something called plus. Plus is a mathematical operator, right? Plus, star is kind of a multiplication operator. Plus is a concatenation operator in the string. So Rama plus Krishna. What happens to him if you do Rama plus Krishna? You know, Rama Krishna it will give. That's how you can apply the mathematical operations. Next, Rama into 108. You know what happens when you give Rama star 108 is Rama will be repeated 108 times. So that's how you can able to apply the mathematical operators on the string. Checking membership in Python. For example, Rama is available in the Ramakrishna or not. So if you want to check Rama in Ramakrishna, true or false? Yes, true. Because Rama is there in the Ramakrishna, like that. Membership operators such as in and not in. There are two things, in and not in, we will be discussing. Comparison of strings in Python. So how you can able to compare whether two strings are matching or it is not matching, and all is using the equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, all those things we can able to see. Then removing spaces from string in Python, because it is one of the very important things. You will look at the data, so your expected data is there, but when you put some filter where location equal to Bangalore data is showing, but when you put where location equal to Bangalore, data is not coming. When you apply filter, data is not coming. The reason is when you are looking at the data spaces, you can't able to identify. But when you are querying, the query will look at the spaces as well. That's why removing spaces from left and right side is very, very important. For that, we have a something called strip. We have a function called strip to remove the spaces. We will learn finding substring. So for example, in Ramakrishna, Ram is available or not, you can able to find out using find and index. There are two things we can able to use to find out. There are string functions, other string functions we can able to learn the how to replace, how to split, how to know the length of the string and all those things. Changing case of a string in Python. For example, you have a capitals. I want to convert into the lower. So I have a lower case. I want to convert into the upper case. Or I want a title. Title means, you know, first letter will be upper and all other are lower. Okay. So like that. So we'll be looking at all such type of changing cases. Then checking starting and ending part of the string. Sometimes you want to verify your file name is ending with the .csv or not, because I want to read only .csv. Similarly, I want to check whether my file name is starting with the sales, because I want to read only sales data. So you want to check whether your string is starting and ending with something or not. So you can go with this. Next, to check type of characters present in a string. To check type of characters present in a string, so you have a different ways. Is alphanumeric, whether Rama at the rate 123. It is a alphanumeric. You have the numbers, you have a letters. Is it alphanumeric? If you ask, it will say true. So like that, you can able to check the type of characters present. Okay. So I don't want to show all these things again, because these things we have already discussed. So the text type, numeric type, sequence mapping, set type, boolean type, binary types. So data types in Python. So these are the things. The first important thing is string, right? So that thing we will deep dive into that string data type today. Okay? So because I have slides, but if we go through the slides, so time waste. So that's why directly we will enter into the practicals. So in case if something is not able to understand here, I'll explain through the PPT slides. Okay, fine. Let's go to create compute. Let's create a compute team. Okay, so let's wait. But before that, I want to ask you. So S1 equal to Cloud Pandit, I have mentioned type of S1. What is the type of S1 team?
String.
String. So if you print S1, what you will get?
Cloud Pandit.
Cloud Pandit. Okay. So what is the difference between this definition and this definition?
Single quote, double quote.
Single quotes and double quotes. Okay, but this is also string only because Python supports a single quotes, double quotes for creating the string. You can create in these two ways. So what is this? Is it a valid or invalid? First thing, tell me. This is a valid string or invalid string? Everybody should guess it and tell me now.
No, it's not.
Hmm?
It's not.
So you mean to say it's not a valid string. What about this?
No.
Hmm?
No.
How to make this as a valid string? Okay, I agree it is invalid string. But how to make this as a valid string? Any guesses? Yesterday we discussed. Slash
If
T.
double quote.
Double quotes I have used no here.
No, no. Like what do you mean? The first one.
Slash
If
n.
Slash and now like this. Okay, this is one way. What is the other way?
three
Simply you can put
slash
even slash. Okay,
slash.
but what is the other way? Without using any slash or slash, and what is the plain way to define the string? No guesses? Okay, tell me what are the different ways in which we can define the string?
Single quote, double quote,
Single quote, double quote,
triple single quote, and triple double.
Double quote.
Now tell me out of these four only some answer is there.
You can use triple
triple quote,
quotes now.
triple single quote.
That's it, Dream. That's correct. Triple double quotes we can use when you have in a two lines. When like our triple single quotes we can able to use. Okay, remember, understood. I was giving you hint, but you are not guessing. So whatever ways we have discussed, okay, that is one way. Second way, as you said, you no need to use even slash n. Simply you can put slash. It will think that this interactive notebooks, right? It will consider that user wanted to go and write the next line uh, in the next row. So that's what it understands. Whether if you are giving slash n or without giving slash n, just give the slash also, it works same. Okay, but defining just like this, it may not work. Remember that. Now the cluster is available. Let's start executing one by one. Because if we are executing the notebook, right, we can simply spend some time slowly. I can explain again slides explaining the theoretical things and coming back to the practicals. It wastes a lot of time, and I need to go very fast. So instead of that, we'll start directly in the practicals, because within the practicals only we will be discussing, right, theoretically, and you can also see the direct result. You will get more confidence in the practice. S1 type of S1 is a string team, and print S1 is a cloud pandit. It is printing. That is what is expected. And here also it is a string, and it is printing a cloud pandit team. This is also expected. So S3 cloud pandit training. If you execute it, it will throw error because end of line while scanning string literal, end of line is not properly closed. Okay, that is a syntax error. So this is also same error. To handle this, one way is you can use a slash. Okay, the other way is you can also use the next line character. So what is happening in the next line character when you use this? I think it is just throwing error, right? Next again, slash n is again throwing error uh, because it is not able to understand. Yeah, so slash n is not working tip. So you need to use only just a slash. See, it is considered like this. But if you are using a slash n, I think you need to again use a triple double quotes or triple single quotes. Remember that. Clear all of you? So one way to handle this is you can simply use a slash here. Correct? And you can just print and see how the S3 is coming. So this is how it is coming. Okay. Now if you want to use slash n and slash again, this also works. Only thing is, if you use a slash n, what it thinks is after Cloud Pandit I need to go to the next line, but after slash means it is, see, this black slash indicates it's a continuation. This line is continuing, but in between I have used a slash n, that's why it is divided into the two lines. Okay, anything you can able to do. Fine. Understood? Any question still here?
No, no.
Because after Cloud Pandit, if you use slash n, you are saying it is going to the next line, but next line to go to the next line, see, even slash n works when you give like this, it will go to the next line, you know. So even if you give like this, if you execute it, will print it in the two lines, because slash n is basically to bring the next text into the next line, but it is not something it says there is a continuation of this text. We have a continuation text in the next line. It can't say that. So that's why we need to use a backslash just to say that continuation line is in the next line. Okay. Okay. So otherwise, to handle this, you have a triple double quotes or triple single quotes also we can able to use to handle this. So I think this one you are clear. Now let's understand. So defining the string, even yesterday we have discussed in the overview of the data types. So today, as we are deep diving into the string functions, first thing we learned is how to create the strings. I hope everybody is aware how to create the strings, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we need to use how to access characters of a string. So characters of a string you can access using a index and using a slice operator. There are two ways. So slice operator is sequence of characters at a time you can access. Index is only one character will access at a time. Now for example, Cloud Pandit. In this, can you guess it? If I say S of 0, what character it returns?
C.
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 Very good. That is correct. If I say S of 4, what character it returns?
U.
U. No.
Sorry,
C.
D.
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 Okay, that's correct. Okay, next, S equal to Cloud Pandit, S colon. So you know this is called a slice operator. Okay, so slice operator, to understand slice operator, if you understand our range function, it works very similar to that. For example, if I am giving a starting value and ending value, it will pick only the data between that range. If you are not giving anything, it takes everything. Okay, but let's say if I starts from the fourth index, and if I'm not mentioning the end index, it will give you only from fourth index to till end. You see, fourth index, it started from fourth index giving till end, correct? Next, let's say if I'm not giving any starting index, okay, but I am giving a end index as a 4. Now what happens to check it? Why D did not come to? Why D did not come? D is the fourth index. Why it did not come? When you
Range
mention a
value
end
from 0 to 3.
when you mention a end value, that mentioned end value will be excluded. That fourth one will not be considered. Okay. This is called a reverse indexing. Where is other things? I don't know what happened. Why other things are not there here? Okay, fine. So let me cover other things also. If you remember, in the range function, if I have given a 1, if I have okay, let's say if I have given, if I'm not giving any starting and ending, I am directly giving a 2. So 2 means what? First 0th index it will print, next second index, next fourth index, and next what, sixth index, eighth index, 10th index, like that. Understood tip? Because starting index, if I have not given anything, means it starts with the 0th index, it ends with the ending, entire text it will take. 2 means first printed 0th index, next for 0 add a 2, for 2 add 2, 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 2 10. So that's how 0th index, second index, fourth index, sixth index, eighth index, 10th index values it is written. Understood, Tim? Everybody understood this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Cloud Pandit : -1. See, sometimes people will ask you to swap the string. Okay, not swap. What is that? Palindrome. Whether the given
Reverse.
string is palindrome or not. What is meant by palindrome, Tim?
If you give one,
Reverse of a
even though you
string.
reverse the same word, it should come.
Okay, so 1 to 1, is it a palindrome or not? 121 is a palindrome number or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's consider. So text Jalaja. Not, I think. Jalaj. Jalaj is kind of a palindrome string or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's a palindrome. So like that, how we were saying is when you reverse it, it should be same matched. So in such cases, if you want to use, you can use a /-1. What -1 does is it reverse the your string. Now you see, is it giving reverse way or not?
It's fine.
Okay. So when you say -1, which starts accessing from the reverse, as you have given starting and index nothing, it start reversing everything. So don't worry too much on the reverse indexing. Mostly we won't prefer to use reverse indexing. It is very confusing for many of you because we also generally confuse. That's why we won't prefer to use any reverse indexing. Okay, fine. S equal to Cloud Pandit, S::3. Okay, S equal to Cloud Pandit, ::3. Can you tell me what values it will print?
CU.
C U, then
Yeah.
B A and I.
That's it.
Correct. Very good. That's correct. CUAI. Because after accessing the 0th index, it will go to the third index. Third means it is going to skip the 2 values in between next index. Again, it is going to skip 2 values next index. It is going to skip 2 values next index. Okay. So what values it will give me? Tell me.
D
What
Pandit.
values? Hmm?
D Pandit.
Very good. That's correct. Okay, from fourth index onwards there is no ending index, it gives everything. So D Pandit is the correct answer. Next, Mathematical operators in Python, we need to see them. Very, very, very important. If you are writing a code today, oh sorry, not this mathematical operators, so that is membership operators are used. Mathematical operators are used for very rare only, but membership operators are there. Those we will be using very frequently. Okay, fine, let's understand this mathematical operators. So mathematical operators are plus and star. Plus is used for concatenation, and star is used for the repetition of the string. Star is used for repetition of the string, whereas plus is used for the concatenation of the string. Now print Rama plus Krishna. So what it will give to Rama Krishna.
Ramakrishna.
Ramakrishna.
So for example, ID equal to plus 1. So what will happen? Can you guess it?
Error.
Why error thing?
Typecasting.
Indian
You
digital
are adding integer with string.
digital
Okay. Now, why the error is because ID equal to is the string value. One is basically integer. You can't able to add string with the integer. Int and string you can't able to concat. Now I want to convert one. One is what is the data type of one?
Int.
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 I want to convert into the string. Anybody aware how to convert into the string?
String of 1.
STR.
String of.
So str team, please remember in Python the shortcut is str. It is not a full name of the function as a string. It is a simple str you need to use to convert something into the string. That's why str of 1 I am doing. Now it is going to work id equal to 1 is going to come. Understood? Next. So I'll tell you where exactly we will be using these things. Okay, so some use case let me give you. Okay, for example, you will be creating some queries. Select star from employee table where salary equal to. So here now you want to put some what you want to put is you want to put condition. Okay, um, threshold threshold equal to 1000, or let's say 10,000 salary is the threshold. So I want to know people whoever salary is greater than 10,000. So those people I want to look into how many people uh, for how many people we are paying more than 10,000. So I'll pass this variable here. Now you know what is going to happen. Now what is going to happen to him? Will it work or it will not work?
Error.
Error.
Check it. Why error? Because
Not
if you see
converted.
the threshold 10,000 which is coming in the number, so that's why the problem. So now how to handle this? str we can have it. Okay team, now if you just print the query, see it is forming. So this is how you need to use them. This is the real use case. Now, next. So this I never seen, at least in my use cases in real time. This is just there is a membership operator I'm explaining to you. 100 into cloud pandit, 100 times if you want to repeat you can able to use this. I think somewhere I have used some machine learning team. They generated some repetitive function. I have seen team, but real I have not used for any proper use case. I did not used, but somewhere somebody is used. I have seen that. Maybe it is very rare. Okay, so star. So cloud pandit into 100 means 100 times cloud pandit will be printed. Now tell me cloud pandit into 5. How many times it will print? Tell me team.
That's a string.
How many times it will print?
5 times.
Okay, it will throw error.
No, it's a
Whenever
string.
you
Five string.
multiplying,
Good.
you have to have a one string and a one number. But when you are concatenating, both must be a string. Okay. Now you see I converted that string into the int. Okay. So in real time, we also need to add a base path plus processor date. In such use cases also, to create a final path, we will be using this concatenation. Only the concatenation one we will be using mostly. The repetitive one we may not use them. Okay. I have shown you two use cases for the concatenation. Okay, in real time, two use cases. One is when you are creating the queries. When you are creating the, I think this is the right place for explaining this. Let it be here only. Yeah, so this is the second use case. Two things we discussed. Now this is what is very important in terms of the real-time coding team membership operators. In and not in, very simple, but very frequently is used in real time. Okay, understood team, everybody?
Yes.
Everybody. Yes.
Yes, Manai.
Yes.
So let me talk about it. So now I want to check whether cloud is in cloud is in S. S is nothing but what?
Cloud Pandit.
String. Cloud Pandit.
Just a minute. Because I want to give you some examples. Yeah. So now tell me whether cloud substring is available in the S, which is a main string, cloud Pandit. True or false?
Yes. True.
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 So it returns simply true. If cloud not in S, is it true or false?
False.
False.
Is it true, false? It is also true. I am saying answer I have given. You need to tell me why.
Because of
C is
capital C.
caps.
Capital C. Capital C.
C is capital.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Capital
Python
C.
is case sensitive language or Python is case insensitive language.
Case
Yes, yes.
sensitive.
Sensitive.
Okay. So Python is a case sensitive language. Okay. Second. Just a minute, team, because I'm trying to show you something. Because I also just a minute. Give me 1 minute, okay? Okay. So yeah, so this is also what team, this is also true. Now Pandit in S team, true or false?
True.
True.
True. Okay. TH not in S team,
False.
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 false. Okay. Now let's say from date time, import date time, something like you got some date here. I am checking, okay, whether portfolio, okay, portfolio is the one of the table that I am processing. I want to check whether it is a portfolio table. If it is a portfolio table, I want to do some kind of a data transformation. That's why I'm checking if the path which is coming contains a portfolio or not. How you can check portfolio in final path? Because you know the final path I have shown you, right? mnt/global. This is a table name which comes dynamically, and this date also we will be generating dynamically at runtime. Now what happens, this table name and date is going to come dynamically, so we need to understand. Just a minute, Tim. Okay, Tim. So this is the final path, and portfolio in final path means portfolio is available in the final path. It returns a true, then we will be exiting. So date is not a fourth because I want to execute only on the fourth. Only on the fourth. Maybe the date is not matched, or you can say this exit should be something like this. So let's say some table I want to skip it. Simply I can put it like this. It's a portfolio table, no need to process. Okay. So some kind of a condition we can able to add it. This is one way. So other cases I am trying to explain to you. Let's imagine you are taking, okay, columns. So you know you have columns from df.columns means what it will give. It will give the data frame columns, all the columns it will give. But I want to check. I want to just when you are renaming the columns, right? When you are renaming the columns, let's say employee table you have, and you have a department table. So what you will do generally in real time is, because employee ID I want to rename as a employee underscore ID. Department ID I want to rename it as a department underscore ID. Department underscore department name I want to rename it as a department. Now if you look at, employee table, in employee table I have a department ID, department name. In the department table also I have a department ID and department name. So generally what we do in real time, instead of maintaining these renames, these mappings in a multiple places, we will keep all the table rename scripts here. Are you getting? We will be checking employee ID, department ID, department name. Let's say department location equal to department underscore location. Okay, this is how you have to. Let's imagine. And employee table is having, okay, so I'll give you real example so that you will get some clarity. Employee ID, department name is available in the employee table. Okay, so department table is having department ID, department name, and the department location. Now what I am saying, for example, DF EMP, department employee, I have read and I said columns. What it will give me, team? What it will give me?
Employee table columns.
It will give employee ID, department name. Correct? So now what I will do? So let's say I'll take this is a dictionary. Yesterday we discussed about dictionary, right? For key value in dictionary. Okay. So key comma value. Key is nothing but a column, and v is nothing but the name that we want to standardize. Otherwise we can say old column name and new column name. But before I rename it on this data frame, I want to check if old column in df emp.columns. So what it does, tell me. For example, if you see in the D, it has a employee ID, department name, department location. Everything is, it is going to send it. Now I am checking if employee ID column is there in this column list. Okay, if it is there, then department emp dot with the column renamed. You can rename it as a old column to new column. That's it. If it is okay, this you need to assign it back to the df unstream. Okay, LF. I am checking one more condition. Old call in df department dot columns. If df dot department columns, if the column is available, then only you rename it. Are you all getting? Are you not getting? Tell me. This is a department
Fine.
table.
You're checking both the tables and doing the rename.
We are checking whether this column is available in the this data frame. If it is available, then only you rename it. If this is not available, don't rename it. This is one use case that you can able to use in real time. Okay, clear all of you team? Any questions still here? Very important. This is used in many places. Clear?
This one.
Yes.
Okay, so one use case is fine. Now let's go to the comparison of strings. Comparison of strings also very frequently used. I can give you 10 examples. Okay, 10 real-time use cases. So, but we won't use greater than, less than, all these things basically within the string. If it is the numbers, we'll match it based on greater than, less than. But I'll tell you what is really used. Okay, less than. Okay, see here, how it is less than or greater than is decided. First thing, tell me, greater than means this side value is big. This is 1, let's say. This is a 2. So this is called a greater than, right? This greater than indicates 1 is bigger or 2 is bigger.
2 is big.
Greater than
One
says
is greater than, one
1
is bigger.
is bigger because 2 arrows are pointing to this side means this is bigger, it is saying. So this is called a less than symbol. So 2 arrows are pointing to this side means this side it is bigger, it is saying. That is true or false, you need to tell me. See now 2 arrows are pointing to this. Now it is saying cloud is bigger than the Pandit because C is bigger than the P. No, P is comes after C, that's why it is false. But P less than Azure, that's false again because A is not a bigger than P. Now D is bigger than A.
Yes.
True. C less than or equal to C. L
True.
Cloud Pandit less than or equal to Cloud Pandit. Yes, true. Because less than or equal to means equal to is also there. You need to consider that. Greater than or equal to, yes. Cloud equal to cloud. Is it true or
True.
false?
False.
True.
True.
False.
False because
Because
big
C
False,
is
C.
false. Yeah, C is.
so here cloud greater than cloud. Is it true or false? It's true. Because lowercase letters, if you see in the ASCII values, I think, right? ASCII.
95. I think.
Yeah, like a smaller case will have a bigger number, right?
95. If I'm not ever, if not wrong.
See here, A is basically 97, but here capital is
Yes.
65 decimal number. That's why so smaller values will take a preference. Pandit equal to Pandit, true. Pandit not equal to Pandit, true. Okay. Now, so let me show you the real use cases. None of these things we'll be using. Maybe we may use equal to equal to. Okay, we may use equal to, but what is really going to use is, yeah, we will use equal to team. Along with the equal to, we will be checking like this. What we are going to check, uh, just a minute, because many use cases are there. So I'm trying to just explain to you one after the another. So first thing is team. Now you are getting a ingestion date. Let's say ingestion date or table name you are getting. Okay. So when you get a table name, so you want to check EMP. So you want to check whether this table, if table name is emp, okay, print table name matched. So table name is going to match it or not? Tell me now. It is going to table name is matched. What it is saying? Something. Okay. So if you see, it is trying to give you some warning saying that if you want to compare with values, you can directly use a double quotes. Don't use the is it is saying. Okay, you can use the double quotes. But let's say I want to check, sometimes table name is coming as a none. It is not coming anything. Now you you can now see in these cases, if you try to use none, it is matching. The other way to check is, the other way to check something is none or not is none, is none. This also works. Okay, so where we will be using this, for example, you are passing some mapping details, you are passing table name, you are passing ingestion date. So whatever you pass, before I access, I want to make sure it is not a none, or it is not a empty value, it is not a null value, or it is not empty value, then only I want to proceed. Okay, similarly table name, I want to check whether ingestion date is null or not. Ingestion date, ingestion underscore date is none. If ingestion date is none, then I want to say ingestion date is null, on proceed. So you can just execute this. Okay, team. Let's say somebody has shared a load type. So they are sending a load type. So load type, maybe they are sending a full load. So I want to check if load type is equal to full load. Okay, and proceed with full load. So these things we need to do it or not. So everything whatever I am showing you here is the real use cases that you can able to use. Okay, team, everybody's clear on this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is fine. Now we can move on to the next one, team. Okay, so next examples, if you see, it is very straightforward. Removing spaces from strings in Python, team. R strip means it removes spaces at right hand side. L strip means left side spaces it will remove. Stripped means it removes both the sides. Now you see there is a space here, there is a space here. Now I am saying username dot l strip. Only left side space is gone, but right side space is still available. Correct? Now let's say I have both the side. I'm saying r strip. R strip means only right side space is gone, but left side is still there. Now you have a spaces at left and right side. You can use the username dot strip. So it will remove the spaces. Because when you use load type, when you give some kind of a table name, when you give your username, so sometimes what happens, users may give some spaces by default because they may not aware in the hurry, so they may give some space. But as a developer, you need to handle such issues. So for that, what I am doing is load type dot strip. I am just removing the spaces and I am checking whether it is matching with the incremental. If it is matching with incremental, this is incremental, otherwise history. So this is matching with incremental. How? Because I am stripping. Strip, what it does? It removes the spaces at the left side and the right side, both the places. Are we good, team? Are we good
Yes,
till
no.
here?
Yes, yes.
finding substring. For example, s dot find of loud. Is it loud is available or not?
Yes, true. You'll get
It is true, and it also returns the index from where it is started. It starts from 1th index, it returns 1. So s dot find Pandit. Pandit is available. It starts from the 5th index. It will give you 5th index. S dot find. I am asking. Can you try to search from 5th to 15th index? Is there anywhere cloud is there? It returns 0. Sorry, -1, because it did not find that. It returns a -1 because cloud is not available from the 5th index onwards. Correct. So that's why
but
it
in
is written -1. Tell me.
Malay one doubt. Here you mentioned 15, but that index size is already crossed that number,
Yeah,
right?
index
Can you
yeah,
try?
you can give any index, it works fine because it is just searching, right? Even if you give beyond index, whatever index is available till that index only it will search. So whatever index beyond index, whatever you have given, that will be simply ignored.
Oh, okay.
But you can
Okay.
restrict. I mean to say, you can restrict. For example, you want to restrict from, let's say here something BB is there. Okay. So now I asked to search from Cloud Pandit. I asked to search from the 0, 1, 2, third index to
Or
6th
else it can
index.
be a start length. That works.
So what it is doing, it is just returning a false. But if I give 2 comma 6, now still it is saying false because it started from C, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But up to 6 you have given means you need to give 7 in order to take it as a up to 6. Understood? Because 2 to 6 is the exact match, but the last index it will be ignored, it will be excluded. That's why you need to give one index extra. If you give 7 means it will search from 2 to 6. Exactly it is matching, it returns from where it is started. Tell me if you have any other questions. Okay. Now you have a similarly index also team. So, but there is a one problem with the index. I'll show you that. S dot index of cloud, it is giving 0th index. It is started. S dot index starts from 5 comma 14. So what it is doing? It is throwing error if it is not available. If it is not able to find, it will throw error. Whereas find, it returns simply -1 if something is not available. Everybody understood?
Yes, Malay.
Okay. Now let's look at the string functions in Python. Okay. So remember, index starts from 0. Index starts from 0. Okay. Whereas length starts from 1. Okay. So when I say what is the length of this, what is the length, team? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Gives the count 11.
So it will be giving it as a 12 because it
12.
starts from the 1. Okay. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Cloud Pandit is a 12 letters. Now S equal to Cloud Pandit space Azure. So I want to know how many times A is there. S dot count you can able to use. It is saying 2 times A is there. Azure Cloud Pandit I have. So I want to replace Cloud Pandit with the Databricks. So you can say S dot replace Cloud Pandit with the Databricks. Azure Databricks it became. Okay. Now I have 2021 iPhone 06 iPhone 06 that I want to replace with the slash. iPhones I want to replace with a slash because when I am concatenating this path, this dates to the path, it should be slash, right? So you can able to replace it like this. Now I have cloud Pandit provides Azure iPhone data, iPhone factory and data training. So you have to split it. By default, it will split based on space team, remember. Okay. Clear tip? By default, it will split based on the space. But if you give split of iPhone, it will split based on the iPhone team. You can see now, Cloud Pandit provides Azure is the one word, data is the second word, factory and Databricks training is the clear. Now you can also do the split. You can split this 2021-06-07 and you can able to you can just see when you split it what happens. It gives the year, month and a day. Now if I want to take a year, what index I need to access? It is the list team. Split return type is list. So how to take it? 0th index if you say, it will give you what?
Year 2021.
20.
So it returns a uh, split of iPhone. This returns a 0. So which means it will give you the year. If you give 1, it will give the month. If you give the 2, it will give you the day. Understood, Tim? Next. So I have a Cloud Pandit, Azure, Databricks, dates. So all these things. Now let's say I have received MNT/global. Now I received a India/landing. Okay. And now I received a table name as a cust and there is a date. Now I want to create a path. So you can simply use a slash and join. Now you see what is going to happen. Is it created a path or not? Is it created a path or not? That's how if you want to join the mount path, subpath, table name, date, you can simply use join. So which basically creates a final path which you can able to use to read the data. Clear all of you? Are we good team? Next, come down. We can change the case of a string by using the following 4 methods team. You can use upper, lower, swap case. Swap case means if it is currently upper, it will make it as a lower. If it is currently lower, it will make it as upper. Title. To convert all characters to title case, that is first character in every word should be uppercase and all remaining characters should be in a lowercase. That is what title. Capitalize means only first character will be converted to uppercase, all remaining characters can be converted to lowercase. For example, where we will be using this is important. So let's say you have given some space like this and you have given a uppercase because you did not know how the developers, see for example you are working in support people, much more convenient for such people because they don't know how the developer has written the code. They are passing when they are doing manual run, they are passing incremental load, I is uppercase, remaining things are lower. Now as a developer you should take care of all such things. So first thing, I am using a strip to remove the spaces. Second thing, I am converting everything into the lower. Whatever comes, that will be converted into the lower case so that it will be matched with this. Okay. For example, how these functions will work, you see. Cloud Pandit I have. If I say s dot upper, it will convert everything into the upper. Let's say string itself in the upper. Now I want a lower. You can use s dot lower. So I have a Cloud Pandit like this. Now I am using a swap case. Swap case means middle you have a uppercase that will be converted into the lower. Remaining everything will be a upper. But we may not use a swap case mostly. So mostly we use upper and lower team. Remember, title also very rare. So every word, see C, Cloud Pandit C is upper, Pandit P is capital, uppercase. Capitalize means in the entire text in the paragraph first when the paragraph started, first letter is uppercase, like that. In the Cloud Pandit, C is uppercase, remaining everything is a lowercase. Okay, that is all about the converting the cases, but mostly used ones are upper and lower. Okay, remember those things. How I have used also you can see right here. So this is a real use case where we can able to use this. Next, starts with and ends with is also very important. Okay, starts with and ends with is also very important. Clear, Tim? So I'll tell you some use cases. Let's say you want to check whether the table is master table or not. Okay, what you want to check, Tim? So you want to check whether table is a master table or not. So how to check whether the table is master or not? So let's say maybe here. Okay, so this is something different, I think. So Cloud Pandit is the text. So I want to check whether it is starting with the cloud or not. You can check it. Okay, Cloud Pandit. Is it ending with the Pandit or not? You can check. It's a true. I want to check Cloud Pandit. Is it starts with the Pandit? False. Because it is not starting. Is it ends with Azure? No, false. But how exactly it can be used in real time? Okay, how exactly this can be used with the real time we want to see. Correct. So how we can able to use it is, for example, you are getting a table names like this, right? You'll be getting a table names like this. So table names, what happens? This is a customer master. So like this, the table names, you'll have some master tables which ends with the master. Now you can simply say that whether if table underscore name equal to sorry, table name ends with ends with master, then I can just call the print process master logic. Let's execute this. See, process master logic is matching because it is ending with the master, means it's a master table. Let's say you'll have a sales table. Table name is sales daily from Walmart, something like that. You have sales daily Walmart. So this is a table name. So I want to check whether this is a sales table or not. What you can do, starts with sales. A process sales logic. Okay, you can check here itself, right? If table name, okay, instead of this, let me put it in a third case. Here we can say that if table underscore name starts with sales, then maybe you will have a different functions to process it. Sales logic. Okay, process sales logic, you can execute it. This will give you this. Okay, for example, if I give sales match with the second one, so based on the table that is coming, it will match and respect to logics will execute here. Okay, now I think this is the final. So to check type of characters present in string, Python contains the following methods for this purpose. Is alpha numeric? Alpha numeric means A to Z or A to Z, 0 to 9. You can able to check. Is alpha just small a to Z or upper A to Z is there? Is digit 0 to 9? Is lower? Is it a lower case or is it upper case? Is it a title case? Is it a space? You can able to validate it. Cloud one, is it alphanumeric number or not? It's a true
True.
because the number is there. It's there. Alpha, is it true? Yes. Is it a alpha team? Is it a alphabet? No,
False.
because it is
False.
also having the
False number.
numerics. That's the false. Is it a digit? Yes.
True.
True.
Cloud,
True.
is it in a lowercase? True.
True.
Cloud, is it in uppercase? True.
True.
Cloud Pandit, is it title? No, false. Because title
No.
means each word first
He
character
also
should be
said in
upper.
caps.
False. Is it true? Yes, this is a true
Yes.
because each word first character is upper. Is a space. Is there any space here?
Yes.
Space is there, but text is also there. That's why it is a false. Because is a space means only space should be verified. Because sometimes string will come with a space, right? String will come with a space. We don't know. We will think that it is a null. But we have to validate whether it is a really null or space. So if it is a space, it returns a true. Okay. That's all about the string data types. Tomorrow we will talk about the list and the tuple. Day after tomorrow we will talk about the set and dictionary. 2 more days we will talk about the data types in Python, because you have seen all these things are very useful in day-to-day transformations. Okay, anybody have any questions?
Monday we are not actually from last 3.
Huh?
I'm not able to access the videos which
Yeah,
you
No,
shared.
I'll share.
I'm
See,
also.
first thing, okay, thank you for reminding. Just a minute, let me stop the recording. I'll